Tim Dillon, because I need to get my YouTube numbers up. Hey, Tim.
Anything I can do. Anything I can do. Thank you for having me.
You are such a bad match for the Good For You audience. This is truly just to get more YouTube subscribers.
Yeah, I mean, and it saddens me that more of them haven't taken a liking to me. So ladies out there with your candles, come on over to the Tim Dillon Show.
Why are you wearing sunglasses?
I'm a venture capitalist right now.
Okay.
I've moved into that. I appreciate comics and comedy, but I'm now realizing that my strongest attribute has always been I have a keen eye for the market. I'm investing and I'm building businesses. So if you want to build businesses, we can build businesses. But I'm just bored with entertainment. I'm in a different sphere.
Okay.
I put myself in a different space.
After you just bought stock in movie theaters today.
AMC movie theaters, I went in heavy and hold the line. And we are showing that the institutional Wall Street and the big money players, that we are wrestling back a little power back.
Explain this. Give me some context.
Hurting my eyes.
I know. Yeah. Well, it was hurting my views.
On Reddit, there's something called Wallstreet Bets on Reddit, and it is it's a Reddit where people discuss stock prices.
Okay.
What people on Wallstreet Bets started to do is said, hey, wouldn't it be fun if we started buying these stocks so that the people that shorted them had to then cover their bets? Because if you're betting on a stock to fail and it doesn't fail, you got to cover the short, right? So it's actually, they forced GameStop up. My producer, Ben, knows how much?
It went from like $4 to, I think it peaked around like $4.90.
Right. So from $4 to $490 a share.
And now it's like $2.20.
So now,
it's like a prank?
It's a prank, but it's also like, basically it's saying you guys have manipulated the market for a very long time.
Yeah.
You've artificially inflated the price of things. You have, played this game. Now we have the information. People on Reddit have the information. We have things like Robinhood and these apps that allow you to trade stocks. Why not? Why not get into the game? Why can't regular people get into the game in the same way that all these institutional Wall Street guys have been in the game forever?
Right.
And then, of course, as soon as that started happening, the government pressured Robinhood, the app everyone was trading on, and then I'm sure they had other pressure coming from other people, and they stopped trading today on those stocks, right? On GameStop, on AMC.
Yeah, Robinhood. You couldn't do GME, AMC, or Nokia.
Right. So the three companies that people were pushing, they said you cannot trade on those companies, which is insane. Seemingly illegal because nobody was doing anything wrong.
Corrupt.
Nobody was doing anything illegal. The SEC is not investigating any of those companies. There's no reason to really freeze trading. So Robinhood has now come out and said, we're going to open limited trading tomorrow and watch it, which still seems sus. But, so again, it's like, this is what happens when you try to get a seat at the big boy table. And this is kind of a movement that started on Reddit that is now becoming somewhat powerful and distressing, and it's costing a lot of these hedge fund guys money. So I got in for a decent amount of money.
This just feels like
crazy.
Chaos. Like I just feel like it's chaos. Like I feel like we're in chaos.
It's chaos.
Like they hacked the stock market.
Yeah, it's chaos, and they want a seat at the table, and they know that they're not going to get a seat at the table like this. But they also know that this can leave some egg on the faces of very wealthy people, and why not? That's the real question. Why not? Even Ben Shapiro, who defends the markets and capitalism and everything, came out and said, you'd have to have a heart of stone not to laugh at what's happening.
Yeah.
Like most people are sitting back and going, now, of course, there's the argument against it saying that it completely turns the stock market into a casino and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
However,
was it ever not a casino? It was always a...
People in this country, especially after this quarantine, after being told they can't work, being told they had to shutter their businesses, not getting any support from the government, are like, hey, and then watching the stock market just keep going up, not reflecting any of the reality on the ground. The stock market keeps going up, keeps going up. All these people are without jobs. Why not?
Rich people getting richer.
Why would they not do this? And I'm happy to be a part of it. Like, why?
Would this have happened without the pandemic?
I don't think so. It might have. It certainly could have.
Like, because I do feel like we've, all gone into a feral state of self-preservation, every man for himself.
Right.
Like, I feel like we've just...
Well, you have people on Reddit that are showing you how much they made and going, I can help my mother who has Lyme disease now. Like now I can help somebody that didn't have the money.
Yep.
Now I can write my mother a check, pay for my sister's
Is this
Lyme
what the
disease.
redistribution of power and wealth looks like? Is it happening?
I mean, well, it was until they shut it down.
Who's they?
The government.
SEC, but who? Like who's the
Robinhood
person?
app, the CEO of Robinhood decided to.
But who influenced that person?
Guarantees people from the Biden administration and big money players on Wall Street.
That's wildly. Are we Russia? That's wildly corrupt, right?
We're living in a mafia criminal state. I've been quite open about this. I mean, these are the oligarchs.
Yes.
This is an oligarchy. Oligarchs are, people that control vast industries. There's a handful of them, and they have a tremendous amount of power. And those are the people that are pressuring the CEO of Robinhood, himself a billionaire. These are his friends. These are the people he sees at the parties. These are the guys he hangs out with in the Hamptons and Palm Beach. These are the people who his kids are going to go to school with their kids. And they're picking up the phone going, hey, man, what's going on here?
People forget that,
Tomorrow, we're all waiting. We're holding the line. It's called Hold On. I don't know when this comes out.
What
Probably
is holding
in 3 months.
Yeah, what is the whole...
But, I mean, I know the schedule of this podcast, like, she records and releases it in 4.5 months. But, again,
I'm sorry we try to add some production value to our podcast. I'm sorry.
I
doesn't look like
that's why people like podcasts.
I'm sorry it doesn't look like a high school theater production.
Whenever somebody recommends a podcast, they go, what? You got to listen to this. The production value is amazing. Do you see the lighting?
Yeah, you and Alex Jones could use a little more lighting, to be honest.
Well, pay for it. Let's see what happens. I think it'll be very interesting to see what happens tomorrow morning when the market opens. Does AMC fly? And we're hoping it does. We hope GameStop flies.
And then you're going to sell?
Line.
And then you're going to sell?
No, we're going to hold. I think the game here is to buy and hold and force their feet to the fire.
Yeah.
I may sell. No, I'm kidding.
This is chaos.
I'm not going to sell. I'm going to hold. Everyone should hold. That's what it's about. Force
Tim,
them.
I've known you for about a year now. This is the happiest I've ever seen you.
Well, it's exciting.
I mean, this is
nothing's exciting anymore because everything, even though
we've watched all the porn,
even though the news is so horrible, it's boring. It's like you turn the news, you're like everyone's dead and dying.
Well, we're so desensitized, yeah.
It's so this is something that's actually happening where you're like, oh, I can get involved, I can check my thing. You know what I mean? It's
is this like
cool.
an older a boomer video game?
No, this is for young people. This is for young people that are sick of a system that doesn't really they don't have any power. Yeah. They don't have a stake. They don't have a seat at the table.
Will anything permanently change after this?
Feel like they have skin in the game. Not for the good. I think probably they'll limit people's ability to trade. They'll limit all these things. They'll say you got to have a certain amount of money to trade. They will try to enforce compliance in any way they can. Are they able to do it? I don't know. Guys like Dave Portnoy have been out there saying this is, hold the line, don't sell, force these guys feet to the fire because what they're doing is illegal. You can't shut down trading of publicly traded stock if it's not being investigated. They're doing that to protect the interest of big money players. It's wrong.
Yeah.
And guys like Portnoy, to his credit, have come out and said that. And when I leave here, we're interviewing the head of Wallstreet Bets, the guy who runs the Reddit where all this stuff started happening. But this is I think it's a good. I think anyone defending this, defending the Wall Street side of it publicly has been to Jeffrey Epstein's island, and there's photos of it. And they got an envelope this morning with a photo of them and Ghislaine Maxwell, and then they started to go, well, the market must function in a way that But I mean, why not? Why not let the little guy go out and make a little money and force these, whales to cough up some money? There's nothing wrong with that.
Wild.
And I know people are going to go, well, it just turns the market into a casino. And like, you don't really believe that AMC is valuable. And you don't really believe that this is GameStop is valuable. And it's like, hey, number one, do you want to start really digging deep on all the money that's been made in the market? And can we really assess how serious people were about what they believed and didn't believe at the time they made trades? So at the end of the day, it's like, this is legal. It's above board. And I'm for it. And that's why I consider myself now a venture capitalist, and I will continue to raise capital and allocate it in the way that I see fit.